Welcome to my video. In this video I'm going to show you my program. My program's called RAM Sniper. What RAM Sniper does is it fixes a problem that I actually have, which is that my computer maxes out on its RAM. Even though I have 64 gigabytes of RAM, it still maxes out on its RAM. And that's because I don't close my tabs. I don't want to close my tabs. But when Windows runs out of RAM, what it tends to do is it freezes and then it chaotically closes everything that you have on your screen. It could be a game that you're playing at the time. This would be League, Tarkov, modded Minecraft. This could be any intensive game that you're playing, which is time sensitive and you don't want to close. You want to do the closing yourself. You want to close other programs that don't exactly interfere with what you're doing. But Windows will indiscriminately close everything. So right now I've got 55 gigs. No, not even 55 gigs. 55% of my 64 gigs. And that's just Firefox right here. 8 gigs, a gig. But this habit of mine will die hard. So I made a program to fix this problem that arises. And it lets you choose which program you're going to close instead. So this is the program, all 650 lines of it. It's got its own UI too. So let me start it and demonstrate. It won't run with the console in future. I'll just change the file extension with a W. It's going to run without console, so it'll run a bit headless. And here is the program. So you've got a process list, obviously. You can select a program. You can designate one to close. If your threshold is surpassed and you turn this on, you have to turn it on for it to work. So let's just run MS Paint. MS Paint right here, mspaint.exe, but it won't appear because it needs to refresh again. MS Paint here, we've selected that and now we turn it on. So when it reaches 95% RAM, it's going to close MS Paint and play a sound. The default sound I have is the Counter-Strike AWP, basically. If you play Counter-Strike, you know it's a sniper rifle, one shot, one kill, that kind of thing. That's why it's called RAM Sniper. But if you drag the threshold down while it's on, you can see it plays. The thing is, I didn't bundle this sound with my repo in my program. I just put a link to it. It's the default here, but you can choose which sound you want. So you can change the threshold. You can choose your own sound you want. This is 3D pinball I have. 3D pinball sound. So we're going to do the same thing again. MS Paint. This time has a new PID. For any of you who played 3D pinball on Windows Experience, that sound will be familiar to you. So essentially this program makes a warning sound letting you know, hey, the RAM is getting full beyond what you set your threshold to be. It'll shut down the program that you designate to give you time to catch your system before it starts becoming a maniac and deleting everything. So I originally programmed this in Windows, but the thing is it actually works on Linux because my friend who uses Arch Linux sometimes, I use Arch Linux as well, but not as often as Windows. We do both shower, by the way, but that's besides the point. I have to clarify that because of Arch Linux, but he uses i3 and he doesn't use a conventional desktop environment, so... But it still works, surprisingly. I didn't program it for Linux, but it works. So you can use this on Linux as well, and it works exactly the same as it would here. There's also a tray icon, so if you close this, it's a 2x2 square. If you show window, Here it comes again, and you can even leave it on in the background. So just to demonstrate that again, new PID, okay, on. We're gonna put it ever so sensitive, 56, and we're gonna close it. Now we're gonna spam more tabs. Just gonna put this here and there. Now we're gonna spam more tabs. See how easily we got 1% up. But anyways, so it still works in the background if you wanted to. And then you could just quit. And simple as. Yeah, it doesn't work anymore, but I should make it get rid of itself. That's a bug that I'll fix surely. But the repo link is LucasImpulse RAM Sniper. I'll put it in the description as well. And thank you for watching.